The Civil War is ravaging the land. Tonight, we meet the March family, a loving mother trying to make life as normal as can be for four lovely daughters while their father is off to war. Add to the family a very opinionated great Aunt March and a snappy young maid. And who are the two handsome young men next door, and how do they fit in? Let's find out as the Let Your Light Shine theater class presents Christmas with Little Women.
At this time, would you please silence your cell phones? We hope you enjoy the show. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare Him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
I am getting too old for such things.
Oh, Meg, 16 isn't old, and you make such a splendid stepmother.
Yes. So when did the stool for Rapunzel's tower?
I guess that's my job, since I play Rapunzel. But I'm so hungry I'll probably faint and fall off the stool. When is Margaret going to come home for breakfast?
Not until she sends distributing the last of the warm ones. You can wait, Amy. After all, the whole family should be together for breakfast on Christmas morning.
No, with Papa away, the whole family can't be together till this blasted war is over.
Josephine, you know that you shouldn't use that dreadful slang. You sound just like a boy.
Oh, I hate to think that I have to grow up and be like Aunt March and wear long gowns and be as prim as master. It's bad enough to be a girl anyway. When I like boys' games and manners better. And it's worse now than ever. For I'm dying to go and fight like Papa, but I can only stay home and knit like a quirky old woman.
There's nothing you can do about it. You have to be contented as you are.
The biscuits will get cold if Miss Marshall gave her soup.
I'll just be devastated if they're too cold to melt the butter.
Will be what?
Devastated. Simply devastated.
Stop using words that are too big for you, Amy. You mean devastated.
That's what I said.
Your absurd words are just as bad as Joe's slang.
All right. Amy, climb up in your tower and tie on those long braids. Beth, put on your squire's costume. And Meg, put on your nose and rouge. You know, of course, that we'll be performing this in the dining room, so that the 48 can be the theater curtains. But right now, with the table set, we'll have to just rehearse in here. All set, Amy?
What's it?
Slow.
Joe, this nose is ridiculous. I can barely breathe.
Oh, stop complaining, Meg.
Well, why do I always have to be the evil person? I'm always the evil.
Well,
I want to be the princess for once. I mean, why can't I just like put this on?
It wouldn't even fit you, Meg.
Yes, it would. Believe me, it would fit me. It would fit.
It's dead! It's dead, is it? Yes. Amy, you know what comes with dead mice? Sneezes. Trick or treat!
alarmed, please. My name is really Theodore, but the boys at school call me Dora. I have something for Grandpa. May I bring it over?
Yes.
You seem to have lots of fun here.
We do, but we have to work awfully hard too. Since Papa's doing help in President Lincoln.
He's a chaplain in the army.
His Papa's a chaplain in the army.
Chaplain, Amy.
That's what I said. In the army, we have to work extra hard to support ourselves. Joe helps Aunt Mark bring children, doing little odd jobs for her.
Oh, it's no bed of roses, I can tell you. She's father's main aunt, and is fussy and crotchety and complaining as a 2-day toothache. The only reason I chose the job is because she has a wonderful library and I love to read. Sometimes when she nods herself to sleep, I'll tiptoe to the Dickens shelf and escape for an entire hour.
Charles Dickens?
Of course.
I heard him speak of London.
London? You've been in London?
Paris and Rome, too. Grandfather likes to come on his travels.
I give my fortune to see Europe and the others. I've heard so much about Paris. I think I could find my way around blindfolded.
We've been on the Champs of Beauty.
You mean the Champs-Elysees, Amy.
Whatever.
Can someone take this? It's a plum pudding for Grandfather.
I'll take it to Hannah.
What's this?
It's a Christmas present from my son Mr. Lawrence from the mansion next door.
Oh, it's as nice a plum pudding as I ever did see. He even has a spring pie on the top. I came to see if Miss March is back yet. The cream from ham beef with the biscuits are waiting for me.
I say, I didn't mean to come over before breakfast.
We didn't really. Ordinarily, we'd be up to the table 2 hours ago, but Mrs. Marmy's carrying down Pop's work at 4, and we're waiting for her.
Father is always trying to help someone, and that's why we have to work. I help out as a nursery governess to the King family, but it certainly doesn't pay for a very elegant wardrobe. Well, you don't look very elegant with that smug on the side of your face.
She's playing stepmother, Hannah. Just keep the oven hot and everything will turn out all right.
I have to keep it hot. Refuse. I could use some help with plugging it.
I'll be right in.
Not now, Matt. We'll help later, Hannah.
I've heard that before.
She's awfully good to us, and she makes us hot turnovers to take for lunch. When Meg and I go off to work and Amy takes her art lessons. Where were we?
We were in Paris, all the Champs-Elysees.
Your grandfather must be awfully rich to travel in Europe.
He's an Indian merchant and imports tea and spices himself on his own ships.
What's it like living with a grandfather? Where are you with your father?
They're both dead. My grandfather never liked my mother. In fact, my father went away to marry her. She was lovely and an accomplished musician that he met in Italy. Grandfather hates anything that reminds him of her, and that's why he doesn't like when I'm playing the piano. That's really all I want to do.
I know. You play awfully well. I heard you in the summer when the windows are open.
Why don't you come over sometime? We'll play you a concert on a grand piano.
Oh, you don't play the piano every minute. Oh, why, at vacation time, I've seen you bending over books in the garden with a young man helping you.
Well, that's Brooke, John Brooke. My tutor. He helps me with all the work I missed while traveling.
He looks very nice.
He's a good sort. He took care of his mother until she died and still supports the young woman in the nursery.
He sounds just as good and as generous as father.
So he is.
I'm fabulous.
You mean Spanish?
I'm hungry.
Merry Christmas, my dears!
Mommy!
Oh, and Merry Christmas to you too, young man!
Mommy, this is Theodore Lawrence from next door.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Mark.
And he brought us some pudding. His grandfather sent it to us.
Well, how very thoughtful of him. We'll have to send him some of Hannah's cranberry sauce.
I thought I heard the front door. It will only take me minutes to get breakfast on the table.
Oh, wait, Hannah. Wait just a moment. I want to have one word with my little women before we sit down to eat. Come on.
Thank you.
I have just come from the Hummel household. The mother has just had their 7th child. There's absolutely no food in the house. and no coal. All of the children are huddled into one bed to keep from freezing. My girls, would you give them your breakfast as a Christmas present?
I'm glad you came before we began.
We'll not only give them our breakfast, but also bucket of coal.
I could use some bread that inside donut meat. I love them dearly, but
They were full of knots anyway.
I thought you'd do it. We shall all go over and deliver them breakfast, and then come back and have bread and milk and make up for it at dinner time.
I'll put the goose in the oven right now.
but it's not plucked.
I'll put it in feathers and all. They'll be done in after trying to throw out now.
She doesn't sound too happy about her philanthropy, Mrs. March. I'm gonna pull the feathers up for her.
Thank you, Theodore. I'll call him Laurie, Mother. He prefers it.
I'll get our clothes from the hot closet. We'll pack the basket.
Get the door, Amy.
I can't. I'm buried in coats. Get it, Meg.
Won't you come in, Mr. Brooke?
You know my name?
Yes, Laurie told us. You must forgive me. We're rehearsing for a play. I'm the stepmother.
You don't look much like a stepmother to me.
They all say I have a horrid laugh.
Didn't sound bored coming through the hedge.
I don't see you can tell one of our voices from another.
I could pick your voice up from the very beginning.
Wait, that's not for us. We've never gotten a telegram before.
Yes, it is. For Mrs. March. I was looking for Laurie when I met the messenger. I promised to deliver it myself.
Well, we'll get Mother. Hush, Hannah. We don't know until we open it. Your husband is very ill. Come at once. S. Hale Blank, Hospital, Washington. I shall go at once. But it may be too late. Oh, girls. Girls, help me to bear it. But where will we get the money for the train ticket?
If only I got paid for my riding with the spread eagle. I give everything I have to help Father.
We'll have to borrow it from Aunt March.
I have $3. Will it help?
Thank you, Theodore. But I'm sure that Aunt March will lend it to us.
Aunt March will croak. She always does when you ask for a 9 cents.
I gave all my quarterly salary towards the rent. Here, I guess it's all we can do.
I have no money, Mrs. March, but I could act as your escort. Mr. Lawrence has spoken of some business he'd like for me to carry out for him in Washington, and this would be a good time to go.
Thank you, Mr. Brooke. That's very thoughtful of you. But I could hardly ask you to give up Christmas with the Lawrences.
I consider it a privilege.
I feel so much better with you there to protect her.
It's settled then. Miss Maggie Greason.
I must go prepared for nursing. Hannah, go get my black trunk. Beth, run over to Mr. Lawrence's house and ask him if we can borrow some bottles of old wine. I'm sure that he'd like to help.
I can bring him the cranberry sauce at the same time.
Lord, dear man, I won't stand by Frank whether you think ready. Right away, Ken.
You might see something I can do. I'll send him one of my watercolors
At the orchard across from the road, so we won't get close. We'll pack it at the very top of the trunk so that it won't get crushed.
Oh, you can also go and ask Aunt March for her financial assistance.
No need to. She's here in person. There, Aunt Merry Christmas, indeed. Since no one from my Mickey's household came to wish me a Merry Christmas, I had my carriage for you over here.
Oh, we sent carols under your window last evening.
Evening. It was 9 o'clock. I was already in bed, as all decent people should be.
We're in rather a state of confusion, Aunt March. You must forgive us.
Please sit down, Aunt March. We have some red ready.
Thank you, child. Josephine will never think of doing so kindly. Where is Josephine?
She went out the front door several minutes ago.
You noticed? Nobody else saw her go.
I did.
Who is this young man?
He's Mr. Lawrence's grandson, and this is his tutor, John Brooke.
For the church mouse, no doubt.
Hey, quiet.
Oh, don't go casting cat eyes at him. He couldn't even keep the inheritance.
Aunt March, we have some very sad news. Here, read this.
He was too old for the army, so he had to volunteer
volunteer as a chaplain? I told you that adulterers would find many women. What is it, do you suppose? A bullet or pneumonia?
I don't know. It doesn't say. But I must go to him. Unfortunately, I have no money at the moment. Could we possibly borrow it from you?
You know that you could never pay it. Here, I was going to give you the money anyway. Christmas present. Spend it on train and lodging instead of on clothes. Although, goodness knows, you all look shabby enough to ride in the coal car.
We're not all going yet, March. Just Marmee.
And who is going to run this household?
Well, Hannah will do the cooking, as always. And Beth has been helping her for 3 years now. The other girls will carry on my work with the poor in the community and help Hannah with the shopping.
Well, I cannot spare Josephine, careless though she may be.
I wouldn't ask you to. We do need her small salary to keep food on the table. Meg also will have to continue with her cane children.
We'll gladly take the extra chores, Marmee, if it'll only help Father.
With your permission, Mrs. March, I think I should tell Mr. Lawrence of our plan and begin making arrangements.
Thank you, Mr. Brooke, and please apologize to him for all of the confusion.
This should do it, Miss March. Martin fits mesh blankets, hot water bottle, half a fruitcake. It'll get squashed.
Joe, where have you been?
Out.
Why don't you go to wish your auntie a Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas, Aunt March.
Here, let me sit beside you, Amy. I want to show you this treasure that looks belong to you.
Oh, I do love pretty things.
You shall have it. I was going to give it to Josephine, because she does look like her. But if she does not appreciate fine things, I will give it to someone who does.
Oh, I love beautiful things too.
I've already promised it to Amy.
What a very kind thing for you, Aunt March. You're very sweet.
I try to be.
What have you there, child? Oh, some cranberry sauce from Mr. Lawrence. I should be going.
Come here, Minnabeth. There may be a few other things that we should borrow from him as well. Perhaps some bandages and some antiseptic.
Oh, Marmee, I hope it isn't a gunshot wound.
So do I. But I must be prepared for anything. Take off your bonnet, dear.
My ears are still cold.
Here, stand by the fire.
Oh, I might as well get it over with. Here, Marmee. That's my contribution to making Father comfortable and bringing him home.
$25? Joe, where did you get it? I hope you haven't done something rash.
No, the money's mine, honestly. I didn't beg, borrow, or steal it. I earned it. And I don't think any of you will blame me, for I only stole what was my own.
What have you done? Oh, Joe, your beautiful hair.
How could you? She doesn't look like my Joe anymore, but I love her dearly for it.
Dear child, there was no need of this. Aunt March has already given us all that we shall need.
Given you, not loaned you, it was my Christian duty.
No, you look a little like Skunk Joe. Oh, I like it.
It doesn't affect the fate of the nation, so don't grieve anybody. It will be good for my vanity. I was getting too proud of my mom. And certainly, my hair will no longer get caught in the branches of the apple tree when I take the shortcut from my bedroom window. Josephine, I shall require you to keep your bonnet on when you are in my house. Until your hair grows out, that is.
Yes, Aunt March.
Joe, your contribution will enable me to buy many comforts for your father. I hope that you won't regret it.
I won't. Though I must confess, I felt strangely when I saw the dear old hair laid out on the table. But $25 is quite a reward for lost vanity.
Mrs. March, I have 2 train tickets for this afternoon, and Mr. Lawrence insists that the young ladies have Christmas dinner with him.
The dear man.
The goose. What should I do with the goose?
Take it to the house.